Ever since I was around 6 or 7, the FNAF games have been a huge part of my life. I've played the games, I've read a few books. Another thing I've done, watched the great fan movies made by people here on YouTube. Each movie adapts the original games in their own ways, making them all enjoyable in their own way. All of them have their own merit, but there are 3 that stick out like sore thumbs in my memory. These are Five Nights at Freddy's the fan film, Five Nights at Freddy's the movie, and Night 5. All 3 are incredibly fun adaptations of the original games, and today I'm here to rate them all. I'll not be talking about the sequels, but I made this video gets popular. I may also talk about other ones if this one gets popular. Let's begin with a few rules. First rule is I shall not rate them on acting, because all these are made with people who are not actors. But you can totally try it. The next rule is I will not rate them on visual effects for the same reason. I'll bring up when I really like what they're doing. Third rule is that I will be rating them based on how good of an adaptation it was, how good the story was, how good it was executed. Let's get on with the fun. Five Nights at Freddy's the fan film is a movie about a man named Mike working at Freddy's to uncover the whereabouts of a kid named Vinny, while discovering the company's horrible secrets. First, we should talk about the changes made to adapt it. The movie was made only with the first 3 games in mind, because those are the only ones at the time. So all the strange stuff like Purple Guy being the kid of the victim of the bite of 87, which yes is a mouthful, can be forgiven. The rest of the changes, such as the designs and the soldiers wanting to escape, are all good changes in my opinion. I give the changes an 8 out of 10 because they mostly enhanced the movie from what could have been just a retelling of MatPat's theories, which at the time were total bogus. In the regards of the story, I like how the creator focused on giving Mike a reason to want to go to Freddy's over and over again, instead of just him needing to pay rent or pay off his loans. 7 out of 10 story, because it gave sense to what at the time was basically a completely unexplained story. The execution on the story was almost perfect, so I give it an 8 out of 10.
We're gonna have so much fun!
Five Nights at Freddy's the movie is a movie about a young boy named Charlie going to see his favorite show, Fazbear and Friends. However, mayhem ensues after William Afton programs the animatronics to go on a killing spree. When it comes to the changes made, I think the creator did a good job, but some points will be removed for just being the Banana Splits movie. This movie kickstarted the Banana Splits community's tradition of remixing this film over and over again. While Dan Schneider did just change it to be the Banana Splits movie, he also changed the Banana Splits movie to be more Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which I like. One of the biggest changes he made was Bingo being played by Freddy, so he has a bigger role. Unlike all of them, where basically Bingo has the smallest role. Despite the fact that he is the final boss. 6 out of 10 on everything. Good job, Dan. But I think you got better in the second one. We got to it. The best one of them all, Night 5. Night 5 is a film about Mike Afton getting a job at Freddy's to try to solve a missing persons case. However, he soon learns that horrible things that the company has done and that his father is not who he seems. As I've said, this movie is my favorite by far. It's exactly what anybody would want from a FNAF movie. Seems instantly classic. There were barely any changes made except to minute lore details that didn't really matter. They also changed the phone guy to be 2 people, which I think really helps the story flow better. I also think them changing it so that Mike can walk around made this easier to tell. 8 out of 10 adaptation, 9 out of 10 story, 9 out of 10 execution. Would definitely watch again. Everything about this was great. From, as I've said, the story, adaptation, and execution. I love the costumes they used, and I love the film grain they put on the top, which helps give that classic feel. Thank you all for watching. Glad y'all stuck around. Maybe a bit janky because it's my first ever video like this. See y'all later. Remember, if this gets popular enough, I will make a sequel to this video talking about sequels and other movies. See y'all.